It's gonna be really hard to make this video. It's gonna be really hard, but I guess every man eventually breaks. My name is Nicholas. My name is Nicholas. I'm 24 years old. I'm gonna make 25 in November 28th. I'm a Forex trader. I love gymming. I started to fall in love with gym because back in school I used to be highly bullied because I was extremely thin, like very skinny. I was skinny to the extent that even the smallest, shortest boy in class used to bully me. People used to think I was very young, but I was very skinny, extremely skinny. I was skinny to the extent that I used to put on 3 sweaters during the day even when it was very hot, and I could never take them off because I was hiding my body. I was that skinny. I've always felt insecure about myself. I've always had a very terrible stutter, a very contagious, terrible stutter, and I've been afraid of a lot of things. Throughout my lifetime, I've been afraid of very many things. I'm not afraid of death. I'm not afraid of being alone because I've always been alone, man. I've always been alone throughout all my entire life. But out of all the fears that I've had two common fears, two common biggest fears that have terrified me. And with these two fears, they have always brought chills to my body. The first deepest fear that I've had is the fear of failure. And I've not feared to fail on the journey to my path, or on the path to my dreams, but it is the fear to finally lose hope that I've taken one last failure and I'm not going to do it anymore. You see, the community to which I live in, I was born and raised by I was born by two parents, and you can say I raised myself. Along the way I raised myself, and I've had to learn not from a dad or from a mom, but from concepts that I've seen around people who I've come to admire, like my teachers, people I see online. I've not had a role model who's specific, and I've always not looked up to a specific person. I've always felt inferior about myself. And in 2018, I said enough is enough. I started a journey to make myself different. And I started seeking for work, jumped from one job to another. Started with hawking. If you know those people who hawk things, they move around selling things, and that is when I finished my senior 6. Started hawking things, vending things, I guess, and it was lights, bulbs, and I did that job. It was very hard, man. It was extremely hard. Started hairdressing. Doing dreadlocks. And from that I tried betting, because I thought deep inside that if I made enough money, I would feel enough deep inside, I would be accepted. If I make enough money, at least I'll have the I got you moment. I got you on all the people who have ever doubted me. Maybe if I got enough money, I would be loved. I would feel deeply enough inside. Maybe I'll have a purpose then. I went and started music production after then. Started music production, audio production, producing music. I went for vocal lessons after that. A few months after that, I started selling pancakes, chapatis, mandazis. And then the next year, that was like 2021, fast forward, started poetry. Started selling poetry buds. Then I started pedicure along the way and manicure. I did massage for a bit of 2 to 3 weeks, but I wasn't doing all these things to find fulfillment. I wanted to have money. Then one day when I went to gym, I saw a guy pull up a chart, and it was a Forex chart on his phone. It was a short, big guy who used to attend to a gym that I used to go to. It's called Oxygen Gym. It's in Nasana. It's a very small gym, and it's very cheap. So I went there, and I was intrigued. I asked this guy, "What are you looking at?" And this guy told me, I'm just playing a video game." And then later that day, I came back home and I still had this picture of this guy looking at charts. And I listened to his phone call, and he was saying things like fancy terms and speaking about big figures of money. And I was like, hey. So I got intrigued and I went on TikTok and I searched, and a video popped up of someone who had lots of money and was saying about how Forex is a good opportunity. That very night I knew I had broken free and my dreams were going to come true. That is 2021. Earlier 2022, it was around April, I had all this vision in my mind, and one day deep in the night I woke up. I remember that night. It was total darkness, pitch black, and I sat down on bed and I made a decision that I was going to do Forex trading and I was not going to stop no matter what. So from April 2022, today is September 12th, I've never stopped doing Forex, and it has not been easy. For the past 3 or 4 years, I've lost money consistently every single day, and I've had to do things I'm not proud of. I've spent sleepless nights putting in work. I've died for this shit. Every single person around me, God, Jesus, every person around me has told me to quit. Every person around me. My mom told me I'm ridiculous and that money could never really come out. My siblings, they all doubted me, man. My girlfriend, I was so madly in love with this girl. I stayed with her, and one day she told me my life was a joke, my dreams were a joke, and that they could never amount to anything. And why am I saying all this? Is because today, looking back to the past 4 years when I started Forex trading, and trust me, I've done Forex every single day. Every single day I've put in minimally of 8 hours every single day. There's this time I went to Dubai, 2023. I went to Dubai and I had to work, and they used not to let us have phones during work because I was in construction. And I used to sneak in my little broken phone inside, and I used to look at charts illegally to study. I used to wake up deep in the night studying and studied and studied and studied. But I feel I've given in so much. I've learned every single concept there is on the internet. I feel I've given up so much for this. And I want to ask God, why not me? I've lost millions and millions of money on this. I've lost my mind. I've lost myself. Hell no, I even don't know who I am anymore, bro. I just want to be good at something. Maybe then I'll feel good about myself. I've done everything there's to do. Why not me? Why not this particular moment? I feel so broken. I'm in a lot of pain, man. For crying out loud, I want to make 25 years old this November. and I have to save up money right now. I'm totally dead broke. I have to save up money to come up with $32. The the last account that I traded was a week back when it blew, and that account did not blew because I didn't know what I was doing. But I'm so stressed, man. I'm so fucking stressed. The account was in profit, became so fucking stressed. I felt so fucking depressed. I was so tired of my life, and I just chose to blow the account away just to feel good. And I don't know what I'm gonna do anymore, bro. I feel so fucking hopeless, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do about my life, bro. I feel I've given a lot into this. I feel I've given 100% of my life. I've never prayed for anything in my life that I've prayed for this. I've never cried for anything I've cried for this. I've never believed in anything I believe in this. And if my whole life had a purpose, this would be my purpose. And I knew that 4 years back in April 21st when I started Forex trading. I knew that 4 years back, and I still know that right now. And I've given up so much, and I'm willing to still give up part of my life or whole of my life for this. But I don't know why. I don't know what more is left to do, bro. I've done everything, man. I've had to beg for this. I've had to do shit for this. I've had to do things that a man wouldn't do for this. I've sacrificed everything. I feel so broken. My life is falling apart. Psychologically, I'm not okay. I don't know what shit I'm gonna do, bro. I don't know if my life is ending today or what. But it feels like it has, bro. I don't know what more to do. I don't know what else I have to do. And this is not about making a lot of money from this. This is about me being right for the first time in my life. I've always tried to take the best decisions. I took the best decisions in school. I took the best decisions in my life. I've always tried to be a good person. And being good has not paid me so far. Hard working and putting in a lot of work has not paid me so far. Making right decisions has not paid me so far. And I watch people who have made all the wrong decisions with their lives, and they have good things going in for them, bro. They're seated right, they're making right things, and they have all the things that I want. And I'm like, why not me? I've worked hard for this shit, bro. I've worked hard for this. I've stayed up in the night praying and working hard, and I've stood up for what I believe in, man. My mom one day called me a few months back, and she told me, Nicholas, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like the stuff you're doing. I don't like that Forex thing. And you'll never be successful in that stuff. And I had to ask her why, and she told me, my pastor told me you'll never succeed. You have to settle for less. Find a small job, do that. Just find a small job and do that. Right now I'm super hungry. I'm angry, of course, but I'm hungry. My time really wants something to eat. And a lot of people, they start Forex because they think financial independence is having Lamborghinis, having supercars, retiring their parents. But to me, financial independence is having 3 meals a day. Financial independence is not being worried about what am I going to eat tomorrow. To me, financial independence is giving a hand to someone out there who's starving. To me, financial independence is finding peace in yourself and knowing that at least I'm good at something. That is what success means to me. And if anyone could at least point one area where I've not pulled enough, I would still give it 100%, man. But the most hard thing in this world is constantly failing at something and constantly bettering yourself at